morning, ladies and gentlemen. We start a fresh week on Dalal Street, which also, by the way, happens to be the last trading session of what has been a fantastic month of June. I'll request the PCR to kindly fire the long-term chart of the Nifty, both daily and weekly. You will realize that the Nifty has added more than 800 points this month in June, and for the last 4 months in a row, the index is rising month on month. If you look at how the index is placed at the moment, the rally is worth 809 points in the month of June so far, and this is the highest since we are since October, early week of October. So without a doubt in mind, the markets are headed for a fresh 8-month high on a closing basis as far as June is concerned, even though today there is a mild bout of profit booking after 6-7 days of successive gains. So if you look at the Nifty, on 19th of June it was at 24,791, and we are now at the moment at 25,600 or so, and this is a rally which has been one-sided, driven primarily by two index heavyweights. HDFC Bank record high. If you look at the stock, it's now crossed well above 2,000 rupees, and HDFC Bank is the highest weighted counter on the Nifty. Today a bit of profit booking, down about 16 rupees, but HDFC Bank hit an all-time high of 2027 on 26th of June, which was Thursday. So this coupled with a very sharp rally on Reliance. If you look at the weekly and the monthly gain on HDFC Bank, the bank is running up for the 5th month in a row, and in the month of June it's added roughly about 3%. The same story goes for Reliance. Very sharp moves coming into Reliance Industries on a monthly basis. The stock has accelerated 6.5% in June, and if you look at the rally that has happened since the early part of April, the stock has surged 27%. This is the third heaviest weighted counter in Nifty, and the crowning glory, of course, one of the crowning glories has also been ICICI Bank. These three stocks put together have done a fantastic job for the Nifty. If you look at ICICI Bank, it was at a low of 1204 in early part of March, and from then on it's appreciated 12% in the last 3 months or so. So that's the kind of rally that we are seeing on the Nifty, and there is little doubt in the mind of a lot of very senior analysts that the index is headed towards a record high, which is somewhere like 26,200, something that we saw in September of 2024. Apart from that, there are very strong overseas cues that are coming in from Wall Street. A record high on Nasdaq, a record high on S&P 500. That's the reason why you see a lot of buoyancy in risk on assets. More importantly, the dollar index, the 10-year US bond yield are also absolutely quiet, and that is putting a lot of strength into not only Nifty bulls, but across the board you see the risk on trade coming up. Again, we'll pay attention to the Nifty's monthly chart. So June's gain is 3.2%. May, the index rose 1.7%. In April, the gains on the Nifty were to the extent of 3.5%, and it was up 6.3% for the month of March. So all put together, this is 12 plus 1.7, 13.4, and maybe 1 more percent if you add the decimals. So 14.4% rally on the Nifty in the last 4 months, and we are headed into first quarter earnings for the current financial year starting July. So there is quite a possibility that after this very sharp consistent uptrend for the first 15 days or so, the Nifty will remain sideways and then take cues from how earnings pan out. So keep that in mind when you punt on Nifty futures. The other interesting thing I want to point out is very high number of stocks that have hit record highs on the Nifty 500. I'll take some unusual names. Many are common, which we've discussed fairly regularly. Look at Fortis Hospitals, 768. The all-time high today is 794.85. You have about 23 stocks in the Nifty 500 that have hit record highs, and that is an amazing statistics. 23% would mean 23 stocks would mean that nearly 5% of Nifty 500 is at a record high. Apart from that, in the Nifty 100, you have airline company Indigo. There will be a change in digit in Indigo in this week. It will cross 6,000. So today's high, record high is 5,977. Car maker Hyundai doing pretty well. 2233 is the day's high. HDFC Life, something that we've discussed earlier, driven by this very sharp change in sentiment for insurance stocks. Remember, 100% FDI has been allowed for HDFC Life, 815.50, and of course a perennial presence of Bharti Airtel on the list of record highs. Apart from that, you will see strength coming into the Nifty Infra Index, the Nifty Capital Markets Index, and of course a lot of momentum that has been seen in one more index, the Nifty Private Banking Index. Record highs on HDFC, ICICI, and of course Axis Bank is headed that way. Strong move coming into SBI today. I think the stock to watch from today's banking rally is State Bank of India. It's the second most active traded counter on the index today. Already 913 crores has been traded, 1.5% higher. Lots of talk happening in the market that the sum of the parts valuation of SBI, which means the value of its subsidiaries, is somewhere in the vicinity of between 2.5 lakh crore rupees and 3 lakh crore rupees. If you deduct it from the market capitalization of SBI, the bank itself is available below one book value. That's an amazing statistic for the country's largest bank, where profit was somewhere in the vicinity of 80,000 crore rupees for financial year that has gone by. Let me get you the right data. A lot of large investors are taking long positions on SBI. Let me just give you the net profit for the calendar for the financial year that has gone by, March 2024. This is a number that is somewhere in the vicinity of 80,000 crores. Let me just get this right and I'll come back to you. But this is a stock that needs to be on your radar. And apart from that, if you look at the broader markets today, let's do a check at that end. You have 1,560 stocks in the green versus 940 in the red. So essentially 3:2. For every 2 stocks in the red, there are 3 in the green. So this is a very positive development for the broader market. Although after 5-6 days of sustained rise on the Nifty, you have a bit of profit booking coming in. But small cap index 0.5% higher, mid cap select index 0.5% higher, strength coming into mid cap 100 index. And if you look at the Nifty 500, the advanced decline is what I said, 3:2. 302 stocks in the green, 196 in the red. The rally today, ladies and gentlemen, is across the banking space. Very strong moves into Maharashtra Bank. Look at it in terms of gainers. Top gainer today 5.4% higher. Punjab and Sindh Bank 3.7% higher. Union Bank adding 3.3, and Indian Overseas Bank and PNB adding 3% each. If you were with us in an interview with Mr. Ashish Chaturmota last week, he had mentioned that the PSU which is the ETF, will be in heavy demand, and that's what you should be looking at. A lot of PSU banking stocks are reclaiming their past glory, many of them trading at single digit PEs and at very, very strong dividend yields. So this is the setup for the market as far as prices were concerned. A very strong commentary coming in from Yes Bank. Quarterly earnings were pretty good. Let me just try and see if I can get you data on Yes Bank. This is also a stock that you need to keep in mind, and also the fact that the owner of the majority owner of Yes Bank is actually State Bank of India. It controls a 49% stake in it. So the quarterly run rate for Yes Bank has been pretty good. 745 crores was the profit that was announced by the bank versus 619 crores in the quarter gone by, and versus 467 crores when you look at year on year. So 467 crores has gone to 745 crores, and in the most preceding quarter 619 crores has gone up to 745. So very, very strong move coming into Yes Bank as well, and the banking sector ablaze with earnings as far as the market is concerned. Lot of value buying happening in this particular counters. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for a positive close on Nifty today. Remember, if it closes above 25,580 or so, this will be the best close that we will see since September 30th, 2024. So that itself will be a 9-month record. If you look at the close that happened on October 1st, it was at 25,800 almost. So this will be the best close since October 1st if it closes even at these levels. So keep that in mind. Very, very sharp moves coming onto the Nifty in the last week of June, and this is going to be a sideways trend for the next 5-7 sessions or so, as Nifty digests a very, very strong rally. Remember, June was terrible. We saw a battle between first Israel and Iran, and then US and Iran, and then Iran hitting back on both countries. May was the India-Pakistan battle. So buy the dip, as we've been always saying, in at least quality stocks and quality indices. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back at 2 p.m. with a wonderful gentleman, Nishchal Maheshwari, to discuss the way forward. Enjoy the day.
Iranian parliament passed a bill that would effectively suspend the country's cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA).